Hello and welcome back to Knots Tonight. Happy Monday and all that. I'm now on a mission to keep you smiling for 30 minutes straight. And let's face it, I'm not going to achieve that alone. Joining me this evening, we have a true joy to be around. It's Nottinghamshire writer and legend of the county, Joy James. Long time no see, Joy. How have you been?
Very, very well.
Keeping well?
Absolutely.
Well, you look delicious, might I say.
Thank you.
And there's only one man that can get you pop-locking, body-rocking on a Monday. It's the beat-dropping. He's DJing while you're doing your shopping. It's teacher and music man, Martin Skillmaster Stacks.
Here we go.
Oh, that's how you start a Monday. All right, let's kick off with Knots dialects. Do you still use words like wazzock and toughies? Now, as a northerner who loves this great county, I sometimes struggle with some of the words you say. But our language makes us unique, and one linguist expert in Knots thinks we're at risk of losing some traditional Knots dialect.
I'm interested in accents and dialects, and I was looking at language in the East Midlands more generally, which has had hardly any research carried out on it. And as part of that, I was interviewing people, and they said, oh, you need to speak to some miners. They've got their own language. And so over the years, we've spoken to almost 50 miners from Nottinghamshire, Derbyshire and Leicestershire, asked them about their language in the mine, about their experiences, and the book draws this together. So it's a project that was funded by the British Academy. I worked on it with Claire Ashmore and Susie Harrison, who are both PhD students.
My favourite one in the dictionary is wazzock, because I'm pretty sure I've been called that by my mum a couple of times, and I know my mum's watching, so thanks, Mum. What stands out for you as sort of interesting terms?
So the word like snap is the one that everybody agreed on, that that was the word for your lunch or your food or whatever you ate in the mine. And the thing that we also really noticed was the disagreement as well. So what they call the gates, sort of the entry in and out of the mine, the shafts in and out of the mine, have totally different names with so many of the miners that we spoke to, whether it's a main gate, a mother gate, a number one gate.
So with the mines closing down, is this language at risk of being lost?
Well, yeah, because now the mines have closed, and gradually over time, the memories of that will disappear, and the language that was used in the mines is no longer needed because that equipment isn't there, those jobs aren't there. And over time, yeah, that will disappear. And coal mining has been crucially important for the East Midlands. Our language is a really big part of our identity and who we are. So if we lose that bit of our heritage, we lose a bit of our identity as well.
Now, Joy, you lived in Nottinghamshire your entire life. You're a writer. Do you agree with what this lady says?
Yeah, we are definitely in danger. It's gone. The old Nottingham that I remember is absolutely gone. It just doesn't exist anymore. And it's wazzock with an O-C-K, not a E.
All right, correction, Richard Binkley. There you go.
Wazzock. I've done quite a lot of television and got quite a few parts, and I've got them all because I can drop into the Nottingham accent. So if you're doing D.H. Lawrence, you know, and top actors and actresses that come around these parts and then try and pick up our accent always end up sounding like a very dubious South Yorkshire.
Yeah.
It never quite gels, and to a purist, it really hurts the ear.
Do you not think that no matter what, it's not just in today's era, but throughout time, language has always just evolved, and dialect changes throughout time?
It does, yeah.
So should we be clinging on to our previous dialect, or should we, you know, embrace what's new?
No, I'd like to take a bet in 100 years' time, you wouldn't be able to understand the language if you came back here today. Because it, like you say, it changes all the time. We've had the influence of the Jamaicans who came in that added their little bit, and now we've got the generation that's been born and bred here are picking their idiosyncrasies up and using them as well. But words like, excuse me, tab. Your ears. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, you know that one, dear man. You got tabs? You got a nice set of tabs?
Got 2 tabs.
Yeah, absolutely. And if somebody said to you, "Have you been down?"
Yeah.
It's.
Have you been down? I'm going to say some phrases. I deliberately didn't give myself the answer to these because I'm hoping you know the answer to them. So let's start with that. Have you been down?
It only means one thing. Have you been to the football match? Nothing else.
So it's not have you been down to the pub?
Market or the pub. No. Have you been down? Have you been down?
Have you been down?
Means have you been to the football match? Full stop.
All right, Matt, and what about this? Are you got a weir?
Are you got a... Does that mean is your girlfriend with you?
Yeah. Are you got a weir? Or are you be
got a weir? Is she
or
weir?
are you be your sen?
Yeah.
That's right.
About my sen.
Are you... is your wife with you or are you alone?
Ah. I feel like I'm butchering this dialect, but I'm going to try it. What about... Can I a coggin?
Can I have your coggin?
What's that mean?
That means, can I have your apple core?
What?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Listen.
Well, first off, why would anybody want my apple core?
Because when we were kids,
Yeah,
an apple was a rarity. And if you got one, you shared it round with all your friends.
What about UBSN?
Are you by yourself?
That's it, yeah.
Are you on your own?
Are you by yourself?
Are you by yourself?
All
Yeah.
right, last one. Oh, yeah, you're mashing.
Oh, you're mashing. Making a cup of tea.
Yeah.
You having a laugh?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Are you
Brought
mashing?
up
Are you
Nottingham.
putting kettle on?
That's quality. Someone put kettle on for us to hear.
Listen.
Oh, yeah, you're mashing. That's what I say. All right, thank you. I've learned a
little
lot.
classic for you. I went into a cafe once and there was a bloke in front of me and I'm miles away and he gets to the front and she just looked her head up and, as if to say, yeah. And he went, bacon cob duck. And she says, where we at sauce? We. Teat in or teat out? I cracked up.
I love that.
But then again, I was very proud to think
So you should
nowhere
be.
else on God's earth could
Nottinghamshire
you have
represent.
heard that.
Now, as you heard earlier in the programme, pet owners in the Midlands are more likely than anywhere else to mourn the loss of their pets. For many, it can be like losing a member of the family. So as a chance to pay respect to the pets of our past, we asked you how you dealt with losing your beloved friends. I knew he was going to say that, the old the fish down the toilet. I never agree with that one. But yeah, Martin, let's start with you, because you're a loving bloke, you're a caring man.
Like to think so.
Yeah, you're a top geezer, but when you have a pet in your life, have you got any that you've lost in the past and it's really...
Yeah, we've lost 2 dogs, 2 cats, and it was all pretty close as well. And yeah, they are family. We had them for like 15, 16 years or so, and when they go, you do miss them. And I think they bring a lot of quality to life as well, especially if you're old and you sort of you sat there and they sort of sit on your lap and they purr and they did just bring a comfort. But like I said, when they're not there, you do miss them.
What was your dog called,
do.
DJ?
One was called DJ.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look at DJ. Let's have a look.
Is DJ there? You got a
Martin,
picture?
talk to me about DJ.
That's DJ. Well, well, it was great. It's like I just take him around the lakes. And then, like I say, chuck the ball at him and he'd run and bring it back to us, be pants and tail wagging at 50 mile an hour. If he could talk, he'd be going, pork, pork. I'm telling you.
I feel like the cheesy, sad music didn't work then, but we went with it anyway. But yeah, how did he say goodbye? Do you think it's important to give him a proper send-off?
Well, I was there when the big day came, and that was heartbreaking. That really was. And I think to lay him in the ground and then, it's just unbelievably sad. But obviously... Got loads of photographs, loads of videos. We can play them when we want. Still miss him today. Still got the pictures. But he'll never be forgotten. But then, like I say, what we've now started doing is rather than just get another dog straight away and replace him with, we thought, no, we feed all the birds in the garden.
Oh, that's lovely.
Like now we've got like a menagerie, we've got foxes, we've got hedgehogs, all sorts of wildlife coming into the garden. And they've replaced squirrels, everything's there in the garden. And it's replaced what we've lost in a way,
Just a man of the wildlife. Joy, have you ever had a special bond with an animal?
We've had quite a lot through the years with the family. But the one I remember most was we bought a baby duckling.
Oh, yeah.
And it thought I was its mum, and it followed me everywhere, and it drove me insane.
I just love the idea of you walking down the street and a duck waddling behind you. That's brilliant.
It's amazing. And in Colic, it's quite wild, because we're right on top of the rivers and lakes.
Yeah.
And there's 2 ducks come every single year, and they come on my front garden and I chuck them bread out and all sorts of bits and bobs and teas. And you can guarantee a couple of days later there's a couple of eggs waiting for me.
Of course, the ducks love joy. Right, the British summer time may be inconsistent, but one thing that's guaranteed every single year is Wimbledon. The legendary tennis tournament started today, and whilst it's all happening down in the Big Smirk, we thought, of course, you enjoy it here in Notts too, and it wouldn't be Wimbledon without serving up some strawberries and cream, now would it? Can I get some strawberry and cream, please? Our floor manager... Oh, look at this. As if by magic, thank you, Jake Meskel. Some strawberries and cream. Would you like to tuck into a bit of strawberries and cream? Anybody like this?
Yes, please.
Are you a fan of Wimbledon season, Joy?
No, I'm not a great lover of it, but do like to watch the finals.
Thank you.
What about you, Martin?
I like it, yeah. I like the big games. I like the final, yeah.
Have you ever had an invisible Wimbledon rally live on television?
An invisible one?
Yeah.
No, but I'm up for it.
Do you want to put that strawberry down
Yeah,
and we'll
well,
get stuck in? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to serve up.
Well,
We're going to have a rally. and we'll see who wins. You ready?
Go on then.
All right, let's start off.
Englishmen at
What
their
happened
best.
then? What happened? That went out.
I've seen it.
What's your tennis sound, real quick?
Ouch!
Ouch! All right. When we come back, forget strawberries. Things are getting spicy. We'll be eating one of the world's hottest chilies live. Do you think that prom season is as big now, Matt, and as it's ever been, or is it?
It's getting bigger and bigger.
Why do you think that?
I don't know. I mean, it's like I say, it's the whole thing, though, isn't it? It's the arrival. The arrival is just like a massive thing in itself, isn't it? You know, who can turn up in the most flashiest car, or if they could come down on a helicopter or parachute in, they would. Anything just to make a big entrance. And then it's the red carpet, and then it's everyone tuxedoed up, and the dresses are like... It's like Hollywood, isn't it? It's like, but it's amazing. And the transformation, you don't recognise half the students again. They're amazing.
And they're spending big as well on their outfits and stuff. Joy, is this something that when you were younger, when you were coming through school, did you have a big prom?
Don't be daft.
What?
I didn't have a pair of shoes on my feet or a coat on my back.
All right.
Prom, my.
Hey, why? Oh, I cut her off just in time. But yeah, Annie, this is something that has come across from America over the years. You know, when Joy didn't have shoes, I imagine you were doing your thing. But yeah, let's talk about prom culture. And do you think it's as big here now as it was in America when you were growing up?
Yes, I think it's grown a lot. But, you know, it's also nice, too, because it gives... I think kids now have more of an idea about fashion because, you know, they've grown up in a TV culture and stuff, and they get to see what's going on and over in the States and the TV shows. So glamour has become, like, much more fun. And so to have the opportunity to go with your friends and stuff, to do a whole night out, you know, I think it's, you know, it's just a lot of fun. But you have you have your freshman prom.
Yeah.
And then you have your sophomore prom, and then you get your senior prom and stuff. And the senior prom's the big one, you know, and it's really hilarious. It is just like the movies. It literally is just like the movies, though. It's hilarious.
Do you think...
Back to the Future for me. I was a 80s kid.
What a classic. What a classic. Do you think there's ever... you can be too young to get involved in this sort of thing, Matt? And what do you make of primary schools maybe taking it on?
I don't know. I've got 3 primary schools to do this year, you know, and they're loving it, you know. It's like, it's just that transition from one school to the next big school, and it just helps them move along. And I think it's great, to be honest.
Yeah.
The thing is, you never had to worry, like you said, Joy, there was no pressure for you to spend big on a big dress when you were growing up. Do you think that's something that exists now, pressure to look good?
I feel cheated compared to the kids today, seriously, because I had an appallingly poor childhood. And when I was a teenager, I couldn't afford to dress nicely. I've come to the point, in those days, I had the most corking figure.
Oh, I bet. You still do.
I could have bought anything and fitted into it in any shop.
Well, on that note, Joy, I think, forget about when you were a kid, you look fantastic now. So massive thanks to Annie, to Joy and Matt, and I'll be back tomorrow. But until then, bye for now.